Hello, South Central. Let's talk about our well dones for this beautiful day. First of all, let's give a big well done to us. We were able to raise $4,578 for the American Heart Association. And special well dones are going up to the top three. Ryan in Mrs. Glivick's room, who raised $865. Kendall in Mrs. Schaefer's second grade, $800. And Liam in Dr. Kolarsik's class raised $514. Well done, South Central. Just a reminder, students who receive the well dones will get an email with their interactive coloring page and directions. Be sure that you hit F5 to be able to make that interactive. So our well done, starting with our fourth graders. Harper, getting all of your work completed in Mrs. Conroy's class. Jacob, creating a design out of paper that could hold 25.5 pounds. That is impressive. Savannah, working her hardest to resubmit assignments for a better score. Way to have perseverance, Savannah. Josh McMurdy, getting 2 this week for completing our paper challenge with a creative design and for having a wonderful attitude during his Zoom sessions and doing so well with his math lessons with Mrs. Losi. Well done, Josh. Mrs. Kunkel's fourth grade, Ashley, asking great questions to make sure she understands what to do. Austin, for leaving a great message for the class on Flipgrid. Braylon McLean for working hard on his assignments last week. And for Jackson, completing the classroom read aloud. So glad you enjoyed it. Noelle for asking great questions to make sure she understands what to do on her daily task. More in Mrs. Kunkel's room. Paige for writing a creative journal response. Peyton staying on top of all of her assignments. Tyler for working so hard on some previous assignments. Way to go. And Xavier for working hard on his daily assignments. Mrs. Witovich's third grade. Reese for completing his assignments every week since we began. Way to go, Reese. Lydia for reaching out for additional help when she didn't understand a concept. Mrs. Duvall's third grade. Aaliyah for being responsible for her learning, asking for help, and rocking her assignments. Evan for working hard and practicing his math facts. Paige and Sophia for always sharing their Code to the Future projects. And for Tally for completing all of her work each day. Mrs. Allman has some well dones that she would like to give. Juliana Hippert for never missing a Wilson lesson since March and moving on to step 4.1. Yay! Sylvia Cross in second grade, working hard on building her sentences into well-written paragraphs. Well done. Second grade Mr. P's kids, Augie, joining us in the class Flipgrid. Jordan, completing his assignments perfectly. Well done, Jordan. Levi, joining us on the Flipgrid. And Marquise for getting all of his assignments done early in the morning. Mrs. Lefever's second grade, Harlow, working hard on all of his assignments. Isabella, Penny, Claire, Cole, completing all of their work week after week. Well done, kids. Caitlin, for completing her makeup work independently. And to Lucas for asking for help when he was unsure of a math concept. To Kendall for completing all of her daily assignments and working hard on her comprehension in Mrs. Schaefer's class. Tori, Jaden, and Luke for working hard and showing up with your Zoom sessions each week with Mrs. Fox, with Mrs. Jocks, Mrs. Dembski, and Mrs. Withers. And to Walker for always being so happy on a positive note and sharing his love of learning. In Mrs. Went's second grade, Carson for working hard on her daily assignments, and to Charlotte for doing an awesome job on her reading unit test, and for Cohen for working hard on reflex math, 99% fact fluency. Mrs. Lloyd, second grade. Austin, always completing his daily assignments on time and doing a great job on his spelling test. Emma, working hard to complete her daily assignments. Sean, having 100% fact fluency on reflex math. Well done. Mrs. Glivick wants to give one to Luciana for putting extra effort on math and earning a Prodigy trophy. Lydia, Taylor, and Lucas for spending extra time and effort on spelling city. And Mrs. Glivick also wants to recognize Room 108 students and families for maintaining such a positive attitude during distant learning. That's beautiful, I agree. Mrs. Grubich's first grade. Andy, reading 15 books on Epic. Well done, Andy. Briar, being in first place on Prodigy with 56 solved questions in one day. And Piper, for recording herself reading on Seesaw every day with a smile on her face. Mrs. Petrakis' first grade. Diana, always completing her daily assignments. Jace and Tyler, for getting the hang of this online learning and completing their assignments first thing. Dr. Kolarsik's first graders. Annalise, for completing all of her work on time and accurately. And for Mason, for doing an excellent job reading, Madison, for doing an excellent job reading her sight words on Flipgrid. Miss Miller's first graders, Aiden Pearson, completing classroom assignments for all of his teachers, and Braylon and Lillian for working hard to complete spelling city assignments before they're due. Mrs. Martin's kindergarten, she would like to give one to Roe Harding and Soraya for staying on track with their online learning. Mrs. Doman's kindergarten, Adler, sharing a cool video about homemade rockets to go with our virtual field trip to the space station. Connor and Shane for sending pictures of their completed work every day. Everett and Sammy for participating in our Steve theme day and sending pictures. Madeline Bruce, Molly Mounts, Ross Digman, Chelsea and Charlie, and Mason and Nico for working hard on all of their daily assignments every day. Well done, kids. Mrs. Coon's kindergartners, Araya, Johanna, Raul, and Wyatt for completing all of their daily assignments and daily questions. Mrs. Stewart would like to give one to our fourth grader, Lily Evans, for checking in and completing her work. Mrs. Evans has one third grader, Micah, for doing a great job completing your assignments. Third grader, Delante, for working hard during distant learning. First grader, Elias, completing his daily assignments. And first grader, Lily, for working hard to complete all assignments. Mrs. Lewis would like to give one to Brenton Randall for working extra hard during math sessions. To Juliana Hippert, it's your second, for working a little longer with Mrs. Lewis this week to complete a few quizzes. And to Titus Curry for always being on time for the Zoom sessions and ready to work. Mrs. Showalter would like to acknowledge all the band students who participated in last week's Mother's Day porch concert for special loved ones. We hope that our families enjoyed the special gift of music. Mrs. Rhodes would like to give one to second grader Sophie Simpson for sharing a colorful monster in a jar artwork, and third grader Adria Martin for taking so much time and effort in all of her work projects. Mrs. Novak has one for Liam for working hard on speech sounds during speech and at home with his parents, and for McKenna for working so hard during speech sessions, trying her best. I would like to say Well Done Wednesday is in fact my favorite day of the week. Boys and girls, please remember that Whether we are together at school or apart while we're learning at home, you're forever in our hearts. I hope that today was a special day for each and every one of you. And we only have 2 more days left till the weekend, and it's supposed to be a beautiful one. So please make the most out of every day and try to get some sunshine and some fresh air and keep up the hard work. We miss you, boys and girls.